Is Rebel Breakfast and Grill the best breakfast spot in Vegas that don't nobody know about? Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. This is episode 3 of 1 to 10 featuring Mr. Beast, where we find a struggling restaurant in Vegas, and with the help of Mr. Beast and you, we turn into an unstruggling restaurant in Vegas. There's been a change of plans. From this point on, for this series, the rating system is different. The 3 categories for criteria are still the same. Those categories include food, customer service, and the ability to hold an influx of customers. The only thing different is that I was going off my gut feeling for the customer service and the ability to hold the influx of customers. Now, both of those are tabled between me, my wife, and my sister, and the average of our scores is the actual score. And as far as the food, I would try each item individually, and the final score will be an average of all of those scores. The only thing that's stopping my sister and my wife from trying the food is my sister has a very big dietary restriction that stops her from trying 90% of foods. And it would be too much of an inconvenience to have my wife come on camera while I'm trying the food, because while I'm recording, she's being a super mom and she's watching both of our kids for us. The good news for the first 2 restaurants is that my wife called in both orders. Me, my wife, and my sister was there to see the customer service. So we had a discussion, and both of those customer service scores were pretty accurate, as well as the original scores for the ability to hold the influx of customers. For full transparency, we're using this system. The updated number for Four Corners Kitchen, which is episode 2, is still in the lead because it went from a 28 out of 30 to a 28.4 out of 30. And Meemaw's Gumbo, which was the first episode, went from a 26 out of 30 to a 25.8 out of 30. So again, we were pretty spot on. But from now on, we'll implement the new system to make it easier and more accurate. Now that we got all that out the way, let's try this food. I spent $81.63. But to be fair, my wife and my sister got food. So the food I'm about to show you was like $55. Bacon, egg, and cheese on the everything bagel. I went to New York and didn't even get to try one. So I'm going to try my first one at the crib. It's dry. But a lot of people from New York in my comments said you're supposed to put ketchup on it. So there's probably a user error. But even with that being said, it's nothing crazy to me. So I give it like a 6 out of 10. But that bacon is the star of the show. It's really thick and high quality. French toast. It comes with bananas and butter. You get an option of regular syrup or maple syrup. I said maple. I think that's really dope to give you the option of that though. Bananas. For me personally, I feel like it wasn't a lot of batter used in the French toast. That reminds me much more of buttered toast than it does of French toast. For that reason, I give it a 5.5 out of 10. And again, as always, this is my personal opinion with my personal taste buds. Not to say that you wouldn't try it and give it a much higher rating than I did. I don't condone or support negative or hateful comments sent to these people. These are just my taste buds and my comments. That does not mean this food is nasty or y'all can see it. You know what? I'm going to just start blocking people because y'all be corny, like real corny. A breakfast burrito? I didn't order this, but the guy at the front was nice enough to throw it in because he said somebody had called it in and canceled right before I came in. So he was like, I got a breakfast burrito. You want it? I was like, yeah, I'll take a breakfast burrito. It's potatoes, bacon, eggs, cheese, bell peppers, onions, and cilantro, it looks like. It's not bacon, it's ham, and it's delicious. It's some kind of chipotle sauce in there. That needs to go on that bagel ASAP, in my opinion. Like, ASAP the Roni. That thing packed with flavor. The potato season, the egg season, the sauce is really good. That ham is delicious. That's like a 9 out of 10. In my opinion, this is what they known for. Chicken and pancakes. Some places do chicken and waffles, but they do chicken and pancakes. I've been there like 10 times, and this is the only thing I've ever gotten. Now, that was delicious by itself, but this is how I like to eat it. Some syrup, some butter, hot sauce. This is how I like to do it. By itself, it's a 9.5. But with the saltiness and the spiciness from the hot sauce, it's a 10. But to be fair, they don't provide the hot sauce. So it has to get a 9.5. So that brings them to an overall food rating of 7.5. I know it's about to be some confusion in the comments. Where did 7.5 come from? The cumulative score of adding everything up was 30. The amount of food I tried was 4. So you divide 30 by 4. That's how you get the average, 7.5. The customer service is great. It's a very small business, so the same person is always at the front. He dope. We were all in attendance when my wife called the order in, so our customer service ratings are as follows. My wife gave it an 8, I gave it an 8, my sister gave it an 8.5, which brings the cumulative score for customer service to an 8.1. The ability to hold a large crowd is going to be pretty low, but let me explain. We attempted to order grits. He said they make grits every day except for Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. He did explain that they could make them, but it would take an extra 45 minutes, which again is great customer service. But if somebody come in ordering grits on a Tuesday and it's a huge line and you got to tell everybody in line, y'all ain't got grits because it's Tuesday, that's kind of an inconvenience. It's a brunch place. Everybody want grits. They open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. and they close on Sundays and Mondays. Everybody I know eat brunch on Sundays. Also, an inconvenience. My wife attempted to order banana pudding. They didn't have none ready. He said they just made it and it was going to take 2 hours to set. You can see where I'm going with this. It wasn't super busy, so I can only imagine the things that they will run out of if it's a huge crowd and that crowd lasts for a long time. With that being said, our scores on ability to hold a large crowd are as follows. I said a 4. My wife said a 2. My sister said a 3, which brings the average to 3, which unfortunately puts Rebel Cafe and Grill in last place with an cumulative score of 18.6 out of 30. The good news is that we had a lot of restaurants to go to, so you never know, they might be bumped up. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe. This was episode 3 of 1 to 10 featuring Mr. Beast. God bless you.